Okay, so for our second example of homogeneous equation, we have xydx plus minus x plus 2y parentheses squared dy. Okay. Okay, again, for the homogeneous equation, we substitute either y equals vx and x equals vy. Okay, and also we test for homogeneity. Okay, so we're gonna test for homogeneity first, just to for the correct process. For formality, we know this is a homogeneous equation because we have the same degree of variable. Okay, this one is squared, so the variable in the binomial will be squared 2. Okay, so let's test for the homogeneity. Okay, substitute test for homogeneity. Substitute x is equal to lambda x, y is equal to lambda y. Okay, so the first term will become lambda x lambda y dx minus lambda x plus 2 lambda y squared dy. Okay, so just to make sure, we're gonna expand the variable, the binomial, the variables. So this will become lambda squared xy dx minus lambda squared x squared plus 4xy lambda squared plus 4 lambda squared y squared. Okay, parentheses dy is equal to 0. Okay, so basically we multiply a, or the first terms, we square the first term, we square the middle term, and we multiply the first and the second term and multiply it by 2. So it becomes 4xy lambda squared. Okay, all terms have lambda squared. Alright, lambda squared bracket xy dx minus x squared plus 4xy, okay, plus 4y squared dy is equal to 0. Thus, we can say the equation is homogeneous of degree 2. Okay, so now we have a homogeneous equation of degree 2. Okay, we can proceed with the solving. Okay, again, for solving, we substitute x is equal to vy and or y equals to vx. Okay, now analyzing the equation, our dx is the simpler term. Okay, our dx is the simpler term, so we're gonna use dx, or we're gonna use x equals vy for solving our homogeneous equation. So this will become dx is equal to v dy plus y dv. Hey, substituting, we will have vy y. Our first x will become vyy dx. Oh, we have the value of dx. We substitute now. V dy plus y dv. Okay. Minus x squared. We have value of x, which is v squared y squared plus 4 vy y plus 4 y squared. Okay. As an instructor myself, okay, for the students out there, be careful of your v and y. Make sure that your v and y doesn't look the same. Okay, so your y has a tail, your v doesn't have a tail. Sometimes your v can become y. Okay, if the tail is shorter than expected. Okay, sometimes your x, okay, can become b, especially if the cross of your x is a lot lower than expected. So my handwriting is not the best, okay, but as an instructor, okay, I could see a lot more handwriting. I could experience a lot more weirder handwriting, and it's better whenever you're rushing or whenever you're not rushing, okay? Or it's better overall that your x and your v and your y is different, right? It's different than each other, and it will lessen your risk, or it will lessen the risk of writing a wrong variable. Okay, anyways, evaluate. This will now become separable equation. Okay, v square y square plus v y cube dv minus v square y square plus 4vy square plus 4y square dy. Okay, so we have v square y square dy positive with negative v square y square. Okay, so we can cancel those two. Okay, vy cube dv, okay, minus 4vy square minus 4y square dy. Okay, I'm gonna put the negative inside and gonna put positive outside. Okay, make sure that you don't cancel the negative, so the negative is distributed inside the trinomial. Okay, so we have 4 and we have y square. Okay, so and also we have actually 4 and y square. Okay, so separate the variables. Okay, vy cube dv plus 4y square, or I'm gonna put negative here, negative 4y square v plus 1 dy. Okay, v plus 1, only one v here, and negative 4y square, so that's gonna be positive 1 is equal to 0. Divide both sides by y cube and v plus 1 v dv. Okay, 1 on the numerator, so it will become v dv. My mind is too early, right? My mind is writing, or my hand is writing too early from what I'm thinking. V plus 1, okay, that will become the denominator. The y cube will be cancelled. Minus 4 v plus 1 y square dy over y cube. The v plus 1 will be cancelled, so the v plus 1 will disappear here. Okay, so negative 4 is equal to 0. Okay, so we have the same case from above. Okay, so that's like the same case above, negative v db, 1 minus b. This one is positive. Okay, we could do it again, v positive 1 minus 1, because positive 1 and negative 1 is the same. Okay, v plus 1 minus 4 dy over y is equal to 0. So this will become v plus 1 over b plus 1 dv minus dv over v plus 1 minus 4 dy over y is equal to 0. Okay, integrate each term. Okay, and also we cancel this first. Okay, this will become 1, right? Okay, so the equation will now be v minus ln v plus 1 minus 4 ln y. Since there's a lot of term with the ln, or natural logarithm, we're gonna put ln c. Okay, a lot of negative, so I'm gonna put the negative on the opposite side. V is equal to ln c plus ln v plus 1, okay, plus ln y to the 4th. Okay, I move the 4 into the exponent of y. Okay? Okay, so simplify further. Okay, v is equal to ln c, v plus 1, y to the 4th. Okay, raise both sides to e, so this will become ev is equal to c, v plus 1, y to the 4th. Okay, substitute b, where we substitute x is equal to vy, or v is equal to y over x. Just to make sure, what did we substitute? X equals vy. So x equals vy e to the y over x. V is equal to y over x, or v is equal to x over y. Wrong. Okay. Wrong transpose. V is equal to x over y. Okay. Always double check your answer. Okay. X over y is equal to c x over y plus 1 y to the 4th parenthesis. Okay, I'm gonna distribute y inside, or just the variable y is equal to c parenthesis x plus y cube. Okay, this is now our general solution. Okay. It's now our general solution, and I hope you guys learned something from our solving of homogeneous equations. And again, for homogeneous equation, we test for homogeneity: x equals to lambda x, y equals to lambda y, and in solving, we substitute x equals vy, or y is equal to vx. Okay, on the number 1 problem, we substitute y is equal to bx because y equals bx is simpler. Okay, which is simpler, you substitute it depending on the equation. Okay, again, this is Japi 08. I hope you guys learned something, and if you guys learned something, and if you guys find the video very helpful, don't hesitate to like and subscribe. Comment what you think. Did I did something wrong? Probably I did something wrong, because I don't know. I make mistakes, and I'm very nervous when I do this video. But subscribe for more. I'm gonna make more, and I hope this helps you. Goodbye, guys. Bye bye.